Although the bearded dragon is most commonly native to Australia, it has become one of the most popular captive bred pets in the United States. Because they are so docile, they are marketed as pets for beginners. They are friendly, good with children, and grow to a relatively large size. Today I'm going to tell you the 3 most important steps to caring for a bearded dragon. How to pick and set up your terrarium, how and what to feed your bearded dragon, and how to bathe and handle your bearded dragon. Setting up your terrarium is the first and most important step to caring for a bearded dragon. When setting up your terrarium, the first thing you want to do is pick the terrarium size based on the size of your dragon. Terrarium size is extremely important for a bearded dragon's growth. According to Jeremiah Yeager and Deb Buss, the writers of the Bearded Dragon Care Sheet from 2013, a baby or a juvenile bearded dragon can thrive for a while in a 20-gallon tank. However, they grow rapidly and will need a larger home. An adult bearded dragon can be in no less than a 40-gallon tank. The next thing you're going to want to do is set up the inside of your terrarium. The inside of the tank is also important for the growth and development of your dragon. Bearded dragons have specific lighting needs. Yeager says that a baby or a juvenile bearded dragon will need a basking spot of 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. And an adult's basking spot should be between 95 and 102 degrees. They will also need UVB lighting, equivalent to the UV rays they would get from the sun in the desert. These lights can sit above or be mounted inside the tank. The ideal humidity is between 30 and 40%. Anything above 60% will cause respiratory problems in the bearded dragon. They will also need something to hide from the heat under and something to climb on. Stimulation is extremely important for reptiles. Substrate varies a lot by owner, but you can use paper towels, newspaper, reptile carpet, tiles, etc. However, sand is not recommended as it can also cause respiratory problems in young dragons. Now that you know how to house your bearded dragon, I'm going to tell you how and what to feed your bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are omnivores, which means they eat protein and plants. Baby and juvenile bearded dragons have different dietary needs than those of adult bearded dragons. Young bearded dragons should have a diet consisting of 80% protein and 20% fruits and vegetables. Dragons 6 months or older should have the opposite. As for protein, they can eat crickets, roaches, locusts, and various types of worms. For vegetables, leafy greens are the way to go. Also, the occasional fruit, such as strawberries, raspberries, or blueberries. Typically, bearded dragons shouldn't eat anything wider than the space between their eyes, aside from the occasional hornworm or larger pieces of greens. Their food will also need to be coated with calcium powder and multivitamins on a schedule. Yeager and Buss say that you should feed your bearded dragon as many bugs as it will eat in 5 to 10 minutes. It should typically stop when it is done. So what you will want to do is put your bearded dragon in a bin or leave it in its tank with as many bugs as it typically eats in a setting. Let your bearded dragon eat until it is full, which should be in the allotted amount of time. Then remove the leftover bugs, if there are any, from the tank or bin. Now that I've told you what to feed your dragon to keep it healthy, I'm going to tell you the final steps to caring for your bearded dragon, which are bathing and handling it. Bathing your bearded dragon regularly will help keep it hydrated. Yeager says that you should let your bearded dragon soak in warm water no deeper than its chest for 15 to 20 minutes. This can also help form a bond between you and your dragon. The steps to bathing your bearded dragon are fairly simple. First, you will need to rinse out the tub of anything that may be in it. Then fill the tub with no more than an inch of water. After that, let your dragon soak. Bearded dragons are very docile in a home setting when handled regularly. You should handle your bearded dragon daily so that it is used to human contact and not afraid of hands. When picking up your bearded dragon, you will normally start by placing your fingers underneath the belly and twisting your hand around so that the body is in your hand. Avoid leaving the legs dangling, as it is just uncomfortable and it frightens them. Also avoid picking your bearded dragon up from the front until it is familiar with you. Those are the 3 most important steps for caring for a bearded dragon. I've explained how to pick and set up your terrarium, how and what to feed your bearded dragon, and how to bathe and handle your bearded dragon. If you're ever considering an exotic pet, the bearded dragon is the way to go. It's docile and friendly, and now you know how to care for one. Thanks for listening.